Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to this very short show, Euro special. We're going to have a little chat to some Sky Blues fans who are out in Germany, plus a little update on Sky Blue transfer news. It is 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, so I don't expect everybody to be watching, but you can always watch back whenever you can. I know, sure, a lot of people are having their dinner this time, but we thought we'd get on and have a little preview before the England kick-off for their important knockout game tonight. And with me today to discuss that is Claudio. Good afternoon, Claudio. Not good evening. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And we've got Lee Cowell live from Germany. Good afternoon, Lee.
How we doing, guys? I'm back.
Not too bad, mate. Of course, you're an hour ahead over there, aren't you?
For 4 o'clock here, 4 o'clock. I'm just on my walk to the ground. 6 o'clock kickoff, so I'm halfway. Schalke pub and the Gelsenkirchen Stadium.
Okay, what's the atmosphere like then amongst the fans? Are you confident?
Yeah, do you know what? It's a strange one today. A lot of people have seemed to have avoided today's game. The last trip to Gelsenkirchen wasn't the most pleasant experience for England fans, transport-wise. The city isn't the best, but I've just been in the official Schalke 04 fan pub, and it's electric in there.
Yeah, are you pretty confident they can turn it round and put him a decent performance tonight?
We have to. I said this last week. We have to put in a performance that is going to get people excited again. We've done just enough to get to where we are. Look, a racehorse only jumps as high as it has to. We've been jumping just as high as we have to. Today's the time to sprint and put in a performance that's going to get people excited today.
And what sort of changes do you expect in the team? Do you expect?
I believe. I don't know if you've got any team news. I believe
I haven't.
News
Yeah,
in today.
I haven't got any yet. Have you got any Claudio team news? I haven't had any yet.
Nothing at all.
I believe Mainoo's in today. I believe that Gordon's in today for Foden and Gallagher. Is the word on the street.
Oh, okay. Well, that's coming from over there. I tend to believe you then, because it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. I think Gordon needs a run out. I think it'd be good to have him. But I'd like to see Palmer play a part.
I think we need changes. I think, look, we've got Kane, Saka, Foden, Bellingham, who have underperformed this tournament. I think at least 2 of them to drop out today. I believe one of them's dropping out, which is Foden. He's been home, his birth of his child. But I'd like to have seen another one drop. But I can't see Palmer not getting more than half an hour at some point today.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see Palmer, because I rate Palmer quite highly. I think he's been very underplayed. Really, he should have played a lot more than he has. To be honest. And I think just Southgate needs to take the handbrake off, doesn't he? He needs to just go for it. Go for it. It's a knockout, isn't it?
Southgate had a bath last night. I saw him. He was wearing his life jacket. He just needs to throw the life jacket to one side. He needs to take his helmet off. Riding his just look, we've got the best players in the world. Let's go and show it to people. We looked out. We were going to play Holland. That would have been a hard task. We've got Slovakia. Let's go and show them and win 3-0 and show Europe what we've got today.
Yeah, I mean, the way the draw's planned out, it looks brilliant. I mean, on paper, really, when you look at the teams ahead of in the draw, they should really get to the final, shouldn't they? Big teams are going out. Italy went out. I know they're perhaps not a big team anymore, but they went out. They went out last night to Switzerland.
Look, without upsetting Claudio, that's probably the worst Italian performance I've ever seen. Switzerland on a bad side, but if someone had said to you, "We're going to win the group, we're going to be in the round of 16 against Slovakia with the potential of playing Switzerland in the final. Snapped everyone's hand off.
That's the Iceland scenario again, though, isn't it?
Look, we're not complacent about this. We know that these are a tough team. They beat Belgium. We saw Switzerland put in a very good performance against Italy yesterday. So not complacent, but you'd have still have took it, wouldn't you?
I think my only thing with Southgate is he comfortable at playing this, this sort of system? He doesn't do it normally, and does he know how to tell his teams to play it unless he just tells the players to get on with it?
Look, he's got the best players in the world. I think what's happened, he's sorted out the defence. The defence was the worry coming into the tournament. He's sorted that out. We've only conceded 1 goal. These players, the 5 or 6 that we've got in forward position should be able to sort it out themselves, shouldn't they, and score some goals?
Well, I reckon, on paper, England should get 2 goals in the first half. It should be done and dusted, really. After watching Italy yesterday, and you can see what happens when you got players who don't look happy, who aren't playing for a manager, who don't believe in what he's putting out there. And this is my only worry, that I think the players look a bit fed up with the system that Southgate wants to play. So you're right, Lee. He's got to let them attack. He's got to let them play the sort of game they want to play. It seems such a waste to have so many decent forward players and be so negative. I don't understand his philosophy at all.
Yeah, look, we've got the best attacking players in this tournament. They look leggy, they look tired. I'm just hoping, and this is why I say, let's drop a couple today. Let's give tell Foden that he's going to come on for the last half an hour and he's going to change the game if we need it. Or fingers crossed, we're 2 or 3-0 up and we can get run out and a few of the other guys that sat there on the bench. Tough one. Could go either way today.
Yeah. Now we've got a couple of bits. You're enjoying yourself there.
So, do you remember when Coventry, we were in our League 2 days, League 1, and we were used to getting beat. Performances weren't great, and we just used to sing Twist and Shout for that entire second half. I felt that's what we were doing. The atmosphere was so good against Slovenia, but I feel it was in answer to a performance that wasn't getting us started on the pitch. That song went on for about 20 minutes. I don't normally take my shirt off at a football game, but it was 30 degrees. The atmosphere was brilliant, and off it came.
Fair enough.
It looked like you got lipstick on your cheek as well. What's all that about?
I missed that, Claudio.
I said, it looks like you got lipstick on your cheek. What was all that about?
Oh, geez. Must have bumped into a couple of Italians on my way to the ground.
And you got a couple of pictures here. Steve Bruce is in that one.
Steve Bruce is there. How did he turn up? Don't know. That was at Leeds. So this is Jan. I was staying with him last night in Essen, which is about 20 minutes away. He comes to 2 or 3 games a season at Coventry. He runs the German Supporters Club. And I've just sorted him out with a ticket to today's game. There's a lot of tickets in for today, by the way, if anyone's got time to get out here.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, there it was in Leeds, wasn't it? Leeds last season.
Leeds away. Good 1-1 draw.
And a lot of Coventry flags I've been seen. And this is a great picture here. Quite a few
putting mine up today.
The fans are sort of disappeared a little bit, but certainly the flags are up.
I'm going to guess that's 2 hours before the game.
Before the game, yeah, because you got to get
the ground.
Yeah,
I won't have place. I won't have any space to put my flag today.
No, you got to get there early, haven't you? And how about
yeah? So,
how about
I'm on my way there now. I'm going to try and find a little space. decided to start their Porsche next to me, so I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear it. Yeah. How about the? I mean, there's been no trouble, no sign of any trouble out there, is there? I mean, it's been quiet this side. We haven't heard any reports of any problems, which is always good. Which is good.
You know what? So I've been staying with a friend Leverkusen, and so the last game was in Cologne. And he said he drove into the city and there was a big sign saying, "Thank you, England fans, for your great behaviour." And he said he was going to take a photo, but it took too late. It was a flashing sign. And I thought, look, the English press don't want to hear that. No one wants to hear about well-behaved England fans. The minute we cause some trouble, if we go out tonight, we'll hear all about it. But there's been zero trouble. We've been well-behaved. We've been enjoying ourselves. And long may it continue.
Well, that's good. That's good news because... it's always nice to have England fans welcome in Germany. I mean, I'm due to go back out. I'm due to go to Germany at the end of the month, end of July, to watch Cov. So I hope to get a nice welcome there from the Germans.
Jan's going, by the way. So drop me a message. I'll get you to meet up with him. You'll see his flag there.
Yeah, we hope to do like a live link up as well, similar to what you're doing now. I think CJ is just coming on board right now. Let's see where he is. I can just see him in the background linking up.
I'm going to go and meet him. If I go, I'll stay in it.
Yeah, okay then, mate. CJ, good evening. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know what the signal's like here, but it doesn't seem particularly good. So I'm hotspotting on somebody else's mobile.
Are you in the stadium right now then, or are you outside?
Where are we? I see ya.
Oh, right. Okay.
So we're at the magnificent Veltins Arena again. That was really easy to get out of last time. It took 4 hours to get home. It took a little bit less time to get there today. We managed to find an Uber, which is remarkable, really, because you barely get them round here. But I mean, last time it took just under 4 hours to get here as well. Last time, from just up the road, the public transport was just horrendous. But like I said, I think there's a few people that had a few problems today, but there's a lot less England fans here today because we've only got 7,000 tickets, whereas before we had. I think we had just over 10,000. So it's been a little bit easier, really. So there's more locals than anything.
Yeah, we've got Lee Cowell on as well from the Northern Supporters Group. You're going to meet him at the moment.
I was talking to Lee the other day. I was talking to Lee the other day in the ground. So yeah.
Yeah, he's on at the moment.
Give me a beer.
He said he'll be there in a minute. Get him a beer in.
Yeah.
He's on his way now.
Excellent.
So
I see he's towing it. He's out for a walk. He's out with a walk at the moment.
Yeah, he's a little bit behind you. I think he's be there shortly because he has to stop to come on the show to get a quiet place. What are your feelings about the game tonight? Then you pretty confident?
I'm fairly confident. This is probably the easiest game of the 4 so far. I'm not. I haven't taken a look at the rankings recently, but just on the face of it, you look at the teams that we've played. These are probably the weakest the spot has been in the second round now. But I think overall, it's not going to be an easy game. No game at this stage is going to be easy, or a tournament at all is going to be easy. We've seen some real good shocks recently, haven't we? I mean, Portugal lost to Georgia, didn't they? And there's one or two other.
Oh, we've lost CJ.
Oh, see you, CJ. He's gone to get me a beer.
He's gone to get you a beer. He's gone to get you a beer, Lee.
Lads, I'll let you go. I've got to catch up my mates. 3-0. My prediction today, 3-0 England.
I was just about to ask you. 3-0. Okay then, mate. Hopefully that'll come true. Thanks for coming on, and we'll be in touch, mate.
Go on,
Cheers.
England.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. See you later. See you soon.
See you, Lee. All the best, mate.
Oh, there you go. Hopefully CJ will come back on.
Well,
We've lost him somewhere in Germany.
In fairness, they did well to get on. It's a bit tricky when you're open air in the middle of nowhere.
It is, yeah. I mean, you've got to rely on technology, haven't you? And it can be a bit noisy sometimes, and you can never guarantee to. Have we got any comments, Claudia?
Yeah, we have actually. Let's have a quick look.
Saturday, Sunday afternoon.
Ian Small, afternoon, guys.
Afternoon, Ian.
Covandy, afternoon, chaps.
Afternoon, mate.
Glenn, at least you aren't wearing the German shirt, Lee. Mark Rainbow, afternoon, team. Oh yeah, afternoon, fellas. I see the Italy flags are down and the England flags are up. Claudio, hello.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you spot the difference between Claudio's last appearance and this one? You've got the England flags in the background.
I've got the Austrian shirt as well because my wife is half Austrian. So and she's half Austrian, but her granddad was Austrian as well, and her grandmother was Czech. So yeah, we can support loads of teams in this. You see, it's like being invited to two parties on the same weekend, isn't it? You know, you go to one party and it was absolutely crap. So you think, I'll tell you what, I'll try the other party instead. I'm just hoping the party tonight isn't as bad as the one yesterday. Because my word, that was shocking. I did predict it. I did say we're not very good. We got no forwards. When you got Skamaka up front, it's just a waste of space. And we're just all over the place. It hasn't helped Mancini deciding to go to Saudi Arabia in the middle of when they were qualifying. Just decided to go. Yeah, we've got a manager, and I truly believe the players don't look like they want to play for him. It looks terrible. But, yeah,
do you think it's time to change the Italian manager?
Well, I just don't. I mean, at Napoli, he was lucky because he got 3 or 4 players who weren't Italian, who are world class, who are really good when he won the league. So, and that's the difference. I just don't, I just felt like they didn't believe in it, and I'm watching it and I'm not believing it. You know, it was that second half. I just, as soon as you went 2-0, I just thought, just blow the whistle now because there's no way they're ever going to score a goal. You know, it's that poor. So before the tournament, they're ranked 8th, I think, or 7th. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how they are ranked 7th. I mean, they've gone down to 10 now, but yeah.
I mean, the Germans look quite good, even though we're a bit fortunate, I thought, with the VAR decisions yesterday.
Well, and the bizarre thing about that is that the 2 games with lots of controversy with the VAR have had English officials.
Yes, how bizarre is that?
That's never a handball. I don't care what anybody says. And that offside,
it's got to be deliberate handball. There's no way he deliberately went to handle that ball.
No, and you're running. Your arm's going to be somewhere, and also. The offside was just like Hadji Wright, wasn't it?
Exactly the same. Yeah, somebody said that on the radio. It's just like the one in the semi-final where Coventry got cruelly robbed. Somebody said it on the radio. I think it was on TalkSport or BBC, that they said same as the semi-final one.
And I thought the guy who they reckon was offside got pulled back anyway. So I just very lucky, very lucky.
Yeah, they're very fortunate to go through, I thought. But, that's what happens. You need a bit of luck in tournaments like this, don't you? And the Germans seem to be having all the luck at the moment.
Going back to Italy's performances, they just got over the line. And in the end, like you say, Ken, your luck will run out if you don't correct things. You can't just get through on jammy goals, last-minute goals, and the odds here and there. Eventually, you need to produce it yourselves. It's not going to happen.
You need to produce some sort of quality, don't you? And if you're not going to do it, then you're going to go out. So
we'll live and die in these towns. Gordon created the best chance of our last game, and Southgate only gave him roughly 5 minutes. He has to start for me. No sitting back tonight, I hope.
Yeah, I agree. They've got to go for it. I don't know why. I don't understand. It's a knockout game. It's a one-off game. They've got to go out from the start with intent to win that game and score goals. No good sitting back.
Mark Rainbow, Claudio's Italian flag seems to have fallen down. I've got some blue you can borrow if you need it. I was going to put an England shirt on, the only one I could find in the house.
And you've got a collection of shirts.
This is Lucas. Look how
How
small
old
it
was
is.
you when how old was you when you had that? About 5, 6?
Well, that's 2007, 2009 shirt. So, although I ain't getting that one, am I?
No.
Covandy Southgate is so safety conscious he wears 2 condoms while having a yes. Well, I won't finish that sentence off.
Yeah, he's just got to go for it. Simple as that.
This is Slinky for Slink, I think it says. Good afternoon. Breaking news: England fans throwing bottles at England bus. Oh, dear.
Oh God, that's
Are
before
they?
the game. Jesus.
Good. Afternoon. It says and Joiner. Afternoon, guys. Condolences, Claudio, but you did call it.
Well, yeah. It's
It
only a matter of
reminds me
time.
of, I'll tell you what. It reminds me of Coventry under Slade and what's his face, the assistant coach. Can't think of his name now. Before
Venus.
Venus, yeah. Before Robbins turned up, and it's just miserable, wasn't it? Yeah, I didn't expect anything else. We only just qualified, to be honest, because Ukraine should have had a last-minute penalty in the qualifying stages before we even got to the Euro. So I'm not surprised. I mean, I didn't expect us to get out of the group. So getting out of the groups was a bonus, which really is quite a disappointing thing to say, isn't it? Just getting out of the group is a bonus when the current holder. Yeah, it's just never mind. Anyway, tonight's all about England.
How do you expect the game to go tonight for England? Do you expect a couple of changes?
Yeah, I do, but I still don't think England will go out all out attack. I don't think they will. Slovakia aren't going to allow it anyway, because they'll probably have 10 blokes behind the ball. So I think they've got to be patient. Just win the game. That's what matters now, Ken, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
When we played Wolves in that semi-final. I mean, although we played really well, in the end we just won the game, didn't we? We got those late goals, and that's all that matters.
We kept going, didn't we, until the end, and we didn't give up in the end.
No, exactly. So I think he's got to. If he's changed the team around, and it doesn't work from the start, and it's at halftime, it's still 0-0. He needs to keep it as it is. My only worry is that if it doesn't work, and he may not even play this team we're all expecting him to play. He might try and change it back to what he likes. And the other thing is, if England score an early goal, don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah. Go for the second goal.
You've got to get that second goal. You can't stop. Because we know what's happened in the past. Early goal, sit back and keep what we got. Nonsense. It's not the style of play we're used to either.
No, and it's we've got the players to do it. So just go and do it. They're on paper they are a better team than all them teams in the next all the way up to the final. Really, they should beat every one of them teams on paper. But as you know, on paper it means nothing. You've got to perform on the day.
Things have worked in England's favour here. Obviously, not having to play Netherlands. Obviously, Denmark not being able to beat Serbia, which meant England would have played Germany, I think. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's right.
Austria winning the group, things like that. It's worked in their favour, but it's happened before. It's never always the way, though, is it? It's when you think you've got the easy run.
You've got to take advantage of that.
Right. At the end of the day, you got to win it. You have to win it yourselves. You can't.
I expect a couple of changes. I'd be disappointed. So I'd like to see Palmer start. I would, but I'm not sure if he will. But I'd like to see Palmer start, and probably Gordon coming in as well. And give them players that you took. Give them a game. Even Kane. If Kane's not doing it after the first half, bring him off and change it. Put Watkins. Or what's his name on. So, there's loads of choices he can do. Really, isn't there?
Well, and the thing is, it got to be. I think with the formations we've been playing before, they look a bit bored. You know what I mean? And it's reflected with the crowd, because the England fans are up for it at the start, and the time the second half comes around, there's images of people falling asleep. It's ridiculous.
That's right.
A manager can lose the players. Capello lost the players, didn't he?
Yeah.
Even Sven lost the players in the end. They didn't believe in it. They've just, You know, I mean, and also it's up to the players. If you're on that pitch, you know, these are supposed to be world-class players, supposedly. Well, show you world-class. You know, show us why everyone keeps saying you're world-class.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, he's told him to go out there and play. I cannot believe if Trippier's got the chance to get down the wing, he can't go. Is it that regimented that he's not allowed to get forward? I don't understand it.
Has he been told? Yeah, that's what you lead to wonder. Has he been told not to go past a certain point?
I know. Which is at some point, I think you have to gamble. And I think if England gamble, they will win this game quite comfortably. It could be 1986, England, Paraguay 3-0. That's what, you know.
I was thinking, I was thinking 3-0, maybe 3-1. They might concede. I don't know, but I was going to go for a 3-1. I think 3-1. I'm going to go for. I'm pretty confident, but they need to get an early goal and settle down.
Shall I read out some more messages? There's quite a few now. Wait there.
Thank you for joining us, by the way, on this Sunday afternoon. Sorry to disturb your dinner.
You're drinking, not dinner.
Or drinking.
Sean, gutted to be home after going to 2 group games and saw plenty Sky Blue Army over there. Dave McGee, can you remember Terry Butcher, blood, sweat, passion from his head injury?
Yes.
That's the England I missed, the passion and bravery. Southgate is turning us into ballerinas. That was against Sweden, wasn't it? That was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, he wouldn't have been allowed to continue now, though.
Not with that amount of blood. I mean, it was pouring through the bandage, weren't it? Bandage with red in it.
All travel advice. Southgate needs to fix the left wing problem. At the moment, we've got Bellingham, Foden, and Kane wanting to get in the number 10 position, and no one is playing left. Yeah, I think what he's done there, he's told them to keep interchanging, and it's not working. I think he's almost like trying to do total football with 3 players, and nobody else is doing it, and it's not working. I think they need to tell them this is where you're playing. You know, Bellingham should be in the middle. He should just be in the middle.
Well, he made a great start, didn't he, with that flying header when he scored in the first game, and he hasn't been the same since.
Well, yeah, and I mean, maybe he is just actually tired. You know, it can happen. Because some of them do look leggy.
Yeah, he made a great start, and I thought, oh, here we go, we've got a good player here. We're looking forward to seeing a few goals from him. And he hasn't been any of the next 2 games. He hasn't really been involved in at all.
This is we'll live and die in these towns, but the difference is, Cloud, against Wolves we pressed as a team, and that's what England haven't done all tournament. Our press has been non-existent. I mean, that's a good point, because if you don't play the press, if you don't all play the press, what happens is we've done this at Cov, where the forwards have gone forward, nobody else has, and there's a huge hole in the middle, which there's no one there to gather the ball up. Cash for cats. Hopefully Anthony Gordon gets on before the 89th minute.
Well, I hope so. I mean, he's got to give him at least 20, 25. Well, hopefully he might start. But if you're going to bring your subs on, you've got to bring them on the 60th minute, haven't you? At least to make an impact. Yeah.
Mark Rainbow, my biggest fear is England getting an early goal. If they do, their tenacity is to go ultra conservative, and we will kick in. Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, the team's good. We all know that's a frustrating thing. The fans know. We all know the team's good enough to win these games comfortably. The attacking ability they've got, player by player.
I don't think it's a natural thing for England teams to do that. You know, all my life of watching England playing, they tend to want to go forward. In fact, in the past, they've got caught out on counter attacks, haven't they? Because they've been pushing.
They have, yeah.
Andy, Palmer, and Gordon to start for me. All travel advice. Southgate needs to fix the left wing problem. Oh, I think I read that one out, haven't I? I'll read it out again in case I didn't. Southgate needs to fix the left wing problem. At the moment, we've got Bellingham, Foden, Kane waiting to get into number 10 areas, and no one is playing left wing. Yes, I did read that.
Yeah.
More mix-ups. This is Miles. No news of what someone said about bottles being thrown. It's not true.
Well, I hope not. I mean, we haven't even started the game yet. And
not at that price. Dave McGee, each time a player gets the ball, they look terrified and pass it back or put hands up in confusion. This is a management fault. Southgate must change now. And we'll live and die in these towns. The issue we've got is playing Bellingham where Foden is better suited. I think Bellingham should be dropped deeper next to Rice, have Foden in the 10 role and Gordon on the left. What about not playing Rice at all? Just playing Bellingham and
That's possible. That's an option, isn't it?
Don't need two holding midfielders.
No,
I don't think at all.
No, that's an option. I don't think he'll do that, but it is an option, definitely. He certainly needs to have a look and get the team playing to more attacking style football, because it's not good at the moment. It's not good to watch, is it, either? At the end of the day, very frustrating, and fans get frustrated. And okay, they won the game, they won the group, which is great. But now's the time to start playing football. It's a knockout game. It's a one-off game. You've got to gamble. You've got to gamble and get forward whenever you can. And get that second goal and hopefully settle down and maybe get a third and fourth goal. Hopefully. But
so, what are you going for then? What do you think?
I'm going 3-1. I think they'll win. I think they'll win comfortably, but they've got to get an early goal. I don't want it to be frustrating and go, 75th minute and it's still 0-0. That would be so frustrating. I think they've got to score a couple of goals in the first half, I think, to settle down.
I can't see England not scoring.
No. No, they'll probably score. It's just whether they concede is a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's the trouble is we don't know what team is first. So if I'm going on the thoughts that he's going to make it a more attack-minded team, I think England will run out comfortably 2-0.
I think so.
If he goes with his favoured defensive setup, basically, I think it'll be a struggle, and they may just get a 1-0. I think it could be a long night where they're just trying to break Slovakia down, basically.
Yeah, could well be. Well, we'll have to wait and see. It's not far off now. It's 5 o'clock our time, 6 o'clock over in Germany. It kicks off. We've got a little bit of Sky Blues news before we wrap up.
Hasn't
been much going on. We've had a couple of rumours, isn't there? About
yeah. Hold on a minute. I'll get it up in a minute.
the Sheffield United guy you're on about.
Yeah, apparently it says here, Coventry City have agreed a $2 million deal to sign Sheffield United defender Reece Norrington Davis on a 4-year deal. Saudi-born Welsh defender.
Saudi-born Welsh.
Yeah, Welsh defender struggled for a game at Blaze and is keen for a fresh start. Coventry looking to add depth to the heart of their defence for next season.
I don't know much about him. Do you? I can't remember seeing it. Can you remember seeing him play?
He never got a game. That's why.
Did he play in the Welsh team? I say he's Welsh. He's an international. Then I take it.
Well, I know the name, but the truth is, I don't really take much notice of some of these clubs when we're not in our division. Not in the Championship.
No.
So we'll just wait and see. But we do need a bigger squad. End of.
Yeah. How many players do you expect to come in the door now?
I expect at least another 4. There's got to be at least another 4. I'm not expecting. I mean, some people are hoping we'll get a keeper. I don't think we'll get another keeper.
You think he'll stick with what he's got?
Yeah, I think he'll stick with what he's got, unless somebody comes in for Wilson. That might force his hand a bit. I'm trying to think about. We definitely need another central striker. There's rumours about Asante, isn't there? I saw that on the internet.
Guy from West Brom.
From the bag ears, that could happen. That'd be good because he's quite fast, isn't he? We need somebody in the mould of Matty Godden, because I've saw this as well from somebody. Dave McGee, Matty Godden.
Coach Charlton. I've heard that, and
but we need somebody like him, but faster and younger.
Yeah.
He's 31, 32, 31, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. And look, he's been a great servant for us, but I think he's lost his pace a little bit, and he's not getting game time, is he? There's better players ahead of him at the moment. They're scoring goals. In end of the day, every player has to move on. And Matty's been great for us while he's been here. Great servant.
Oh, I love him.
If he has to move on, he has to move on. As long as we replace him with someone decent.
We got some Dave McGee said reckons England 2, Slovakia 0.
Most people accept that, I think.
We'll live and die in these towns. 2-1 to England. Cash for Cat. Going to be tough. 1-0 Cole Palmer late goal.
Not too late, hopefully.
Yeah. Callum O'Hare contract expires today. Off to Leeds or Leicester.
Well, I keep hearing this, but I don't know. I'll be disappointed if he went to Leeds because they're in the same league as us.
Well, there's another rumour that he's been offered an improved contract. So
yes, we've heard that he's.
Is that the delay?
Yeah, maybe. But certainly be disappointed if he stays in the Championship, because if he thinks he can play at a bit higher level, then fair enough, then go to a high level. But if he signs for somebody else in the Championship, then people will look and say, well, he's only gone for the money, hasn't he? Not the ambition. Yeah,
and also, surely you'd want to go where you might have a bit more of a guarantee you'd be playing at least 2 seasons in the Premier League.
Mm.
I mean, Hamer going to Sheffield United, they always get relegated.
That's a disaster. Okay, money-wise, I suppose he doubled his wages, but at the end of the day, he's back down in our league.
Yeah, I mean, Callum needs to go to maybe a Fulham or a Palace, somewhere like that, where he can play. Probably more chance of them staying up.
Yeah, and if he does go to Leicester, they've got points deduction coming as well, I believe, haven't they? So they're going to be in trouble again next year. So it won't surprise me if they're going to be struggling down the bottom half of the Premier League.
They got to sell players as well.
Yeah.
So
at the end of the day, it's all up in the air really with their head. Don't know where we stand.
Colin Bramfield, we need a keeper. We live and die in these towns. We need another striker. Santo would be a great signing. Dave McGee, we need pace up front, ability to dribble past players. Exactly. And it's, I'll tell you what, those players get the crowd excited, get you on your feet, and it makes a noise. That's why we love Sakamoto.
We missed him so much, didn't we?
Every time we did that shimmy, who didn't go, hey? It gets you all excited.
If we'd have had him for the final couple of months of the season, who knows? We could have done a lot better than we did. Because he was a game changer, wasn't he, Sakamoto? Really.
Yeah. So I'm really I'm looking forward to seeing. It'd be like a new signing, won't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Colin Bramfield, Claudio, are you going to Stoke game? I think I am. Although I know I'm asking that because and the Leamington Warwick supporters, we got our little WhatsApp group to say who's going. I haven't said yes yet, but I should be going.
Oh, okay. We'll look forward to seeing you there then, maybe.
I'm not sure. Car or coach, I'm not sure yet.
Okay. No, it's not one of the shorter trips of the season, isn't it? So it's not too bad.
It's gonna be weird on the side, isn't it? Because did you find that with Wolves, when we're on the side of the pitch, it's strange, isn't it? Because it's so elongated all right down one end, and you got all the boys and girls behind that little section behind the goal.
Yeah.
Now, I know lots of people who stood in that little corner section. They said it was so noisy up there. Yet where we were, you couldn't really tell.
No, it is weird when there's not many grounds where the away fans get a lot along the side.
Yeah,
most of them are stuck in the goal or in the corner or up in the like Sunderland, they put you up in the stand out of the way, so they can't hear you or see you. But there's not many grounds at all where you get an allocation along the side of the pitch.
I've got 2 mates who are season ticket holders of Sunderland. And one of them sits on the side below to where the away fans are.
Yeah.
And he said when we were there, it was really rowdy. You could hear it. The other mate sits at the other end, and he says, "I'm being honest." He says, "I couldn't hear you," and I think he was being honest because you get drowned out by the rest of the ground, don't you? It's one of those things.
You do, and well, I can't wait for the season to start. Really, I'm looking forward to it now. We've got a few friendlies lined up, haven't we? So nice couple of home friendlies as well for a change, haven't we? Everton and Werder Bremen, the German side before the season kicks off. So it's nice to have a couple of home friendlies and I think it'll give us a better test, wouldn't it, than we have been.
Definitely.
Last few years.
I'm looking forward to those. I think Caroline's going to come to the Werder Bremen. So she can talk German. If she sees any German fans.
It'll be interesting to see how many fans they bring, actually. I don't know if they've got more than one game in England or what. Or I presume they've got a couple of games over here. They probably wouldn't just come over to play one game.
It should be good, actually. Also, I want to mention our little trip to the Engine.
Yes,
in the week, which was a success, I think.
it was very, very good, actually. Yeah.
On the day the fixture was released, I know we had some sound issues the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, I must apologise for the first 15 minutes or so when we had a couple of issues sound wise, but I think we fixed it all in the end, and it was a great night. Yeah, it was a great night. There's a lot of fans, met a lot of people. It was nice to for you to speak to Craig Pease as well there, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was quite good, actually. That was I wasn't well, we heard he may have been coming, but obviously he did.
We didn't know he was coming for definite. He turned up, and fair play to him. He agreed to come and have a chat to us, and he did. And
he's still with
Solihull Moors now, isn't he?
Yeah, assistant manager. He looks so fit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he looked in real good nick. Obviously, looked after him.
It was interesting him saying about his like triple Wembley heartache, really, weren't it? Because he went to watch Cov, they lost, and then obviously Solihull lost as well, didn't they, at Wembley?
It's pretty much about 3 weekends in a row, I think.
Yeah, all a close space of time. It must have been a nightmare. But so it was nice.
I think we've got our guys in the background doing stuff for us. They're doing a recce, aren't they, on all these different venues? If you can think of anywhere near you, just let us know, and we'll have a word with whoever is in charge of if it's a pub or a club or whatever.
Yeah.
And
any venue out there, any venue that fancies us coming on the road, we will come and visit you, and we'll check the venue out first. Obviously, we'll send our people in to check it out, make sure you got good internet access and stuff like that, and the room's going to be suitable for us. And then we'll come. We've got a couple more planned in over the next few weeks. Certainly, as the season goes on, we'll be out and about. So, if you've got any suggestions, not necessarily in Coventry, it could be outside Coventry, Rugby, Nuneaton, Bedworth. We've been to Leamington, been to Warwick. So, but if you've got been to Kenilworth, so if there's any more pubs out there that want us to come along and do a live show from there, please let us know. Information on the screen at the bottom. info@skybluefans.tv is our new email address. Just get in touch with us, and we'll get back with an answer. So look forward to that.
And also, you don't need to come from that area.
No.
We're not. I mean, the guy contacted me from Borsall Common. He reckons. In fact, we went to the cafe this morning in the middle of Borsall Common. 2 lads just walked in, Cov shirts. It is bizarre. For me, I mean, I've been living around here 17 years, and I keep saying it. For years and years, all I saw was Villa and Blues. That's all you see around here. And then all of a sudden, the last 5 years, and even more so the last couple of years, it's brilliant. Absolutely
it's taken
brilliant.
It's taken off. And it's great when you see the youngsters, the little kids with the sky blue tops on and stuff, because their parents are now being Cov fans rather than Liverpool and Chelsea or Villa. All the Premier teams I watch on telly. It's easy to get distracted by watching Premier League teams, but I think because of the success we've had over the last few years, they say, well, let's support the local team, and they've stuck by us. And it's nice to see a lot of the youngsters with Cov tops on now, rather than your Liverpool and Man United. Because the glory hunters, we used to call them the glory hunters at school. With the ones with the Liverpool tops on, because they only sport them because they win trophies.
Well, maybe that's what they're doing in Borsall Common, because they were Blues fans, and because they got relegated, they're Cov fans now. You know what? I was looking at our fixtures, and we had a bit of a grumble. Stoke City away, it's not too far. Not a glamour game, is it, for the first match of the season? But
no, but it's not too far to try.
But Blues have got Burton Albion.
Oh, God.
Exactly. So I'm happy.
Not too
Thank you for Ted at the Engine for hosting as well, because he went to a lot of trouble. We were moving everything, furniture, tables, all sorts. He was great, and some fantastic chip butties as well.
Yeah, I was going to say chip butties were lovely. Yeah, they're fantastic.
How unprofessional of me trying to interview with a chip butty in my mouth. I was like a ventriloquist, trying to talk with mouth full. Terrible. Absolutely. I won't do that again.
Yeah. And we had a raffle as well, and that was won on the night by his son won it, didn't it, actually? It was Ollie and his lad. He bought quite a few raffle tickets, to be fair. So wherever we go, we normally do a raffle and get some prizes together, and so you've got a chance of winning some Coventry City merchandise along the way.
Right,
So
got some more.
talking about the new shirt, still waiting for it to come out.
Yeah, I've got some comments here actually.
Hopefully
I'll put them up.
soon.
Mark Rainbow, I think we need to find a backup, change forward, backup, right side midfield, keeper, and another defender. Dave McGee, I was away, otherwise we've gone to the engine. Looks great, guys. Cheers, thank you. Yes. Colin Branfield, what do you think of the new training kit, the dark blue one?
Well, I've got
not a lot of sky blue on it.
No, I got this one. This is one of the new. This is a white one which I purchased from in the shop. It's got white. It's got sky blue on the side there, going down, which is not quite nice. I like it because it's got sky blue in. I also got the blue polo, but it's the blue I don't like. It's like a Leicester blue, isn't it? Everton blue.
Yeah.
It has got a sky blue badge on though, and sky blue in it, but I don't like the blue. I mean, I'd rather have it just like black or grey or something like that.
For me, that looks like a stock thing, doesn't it? It doesn't look right.
I'd rather have it like a neutral colour rather than
just go black.
Black would have been fine, or grey, but when you start putting blues in like that, it looks a bit like Birmingham City or Leicester.
Yeah,
I don't particularly like it, and they've got blue bottoms as well, which is not very nice. I'd rather have stick to the more traditional colours. I think training kit.
We've got one here. Dave McGee, Unicorn Pub in Chase Meadow, Warwick would be all right.
Okay, well, we'll put what's that? Unicorn Pub.
Yeah, I know where it is. Yeah, just behind the Fulham estate.
Warwick. Okay.
Dave McGee, I chat to over 10 people today with my sky blues top, going to Tesco and fuel station in Warwick and Leamington. It's magic. So, Colin Bradfield, 21,000 season tickets sold. Do you think they will put a cap on it?
Well, I think they've got to keep some back. I don't know how many, but they may well put a cap on it because I think they've got to keep. I don't know what the regulations are, to be honest, but I don't know. I think they've got to keep some cash on the day tickets, haven't they, Claudio?
Yeah, they've got 2,500 for away fans. So that's put us down to, if you say 31,000 is the capacity. I think it's 31, isn't it? So that's you're looking at now 28,000 and a half, say 29,000. So 21,000, that's still, a good 7,000 or 8,000 season tickets available. But you need to allow 4,500 for cup matches behind that goal.
Yes,
now, I reckon they could go as far as 26,500. I reckon.
Yeah, and then put a cap on it. Yeah.
And then, maybe say that's it. I'm not even sure we can cope. I don't think we can cope on match.
Have they got a figure of how many are sold so far? It's in excess of 20, isn't it?
Well, it's a record, yeah. So it's 21,000 season tickets, I think it is, which is incredible because everyone's saying, because of this regulation, that regulation, we won't sell as many, but they have. But the thing is, are these new people? As in, okay, the new people as in season ticket holders, but were they coming anyway? Were they part of the highest average attendance for 50 years, whatever? You see, so it may not be we've actually got new fans. It may just be people who've bought a season ticket who are coming regular anyway.
Yeah,
so we could end up with an average of 25,000 again next season.
Yeah, which would be fantastic. I mean, the first home game is Oxford, isn't it? So I presume Oxford will bring quite a lot because that'll be their first away game in the season, I presume, because they're at home first game. So they'll bring a good following like they did in the Cup, to be fair. They bought a fair few, didn't they?
Well, they filled it, didn't they? But they can only bring 2,500. That's it.
Yeah, so they'll fill their end and we'll fill ours. So it should be close to capacity for that first home game.
I mean, I've heard that at Oxford, they've increased their season tickets. So an away ticket at Oxford could be premium. You didn't get many anyway.
No, you didn't. And they've still got that. It's a bizarre ground, isn't it? So they've still got behind the goal, there's no stand, isn't it? It goes onto the car park, if I remember.
Yeah, and they're running out of time for a new stadium, aren't they?
They're supposed to be getting a new one, and they're supposed to be moving from there.
Yeah.
So
well, we know what that's like.
Yeah, but I'd have thought they would have done something about that by now. But
As Cov 87, plenty of Cov fans in Tyler set one up for the Newlands.
Yeah, the Newlands. Yeah, that's a possibility. Nice big pub that is. Yeah.
There's the
We'll put that on the list.
there's the auction house, isn't there, as well, which isn't far from me actually. Which was called something out of the Bell Inn, I think it used to be called.
Yeah.
That's
down the bottom in the village.
That's where I sat at the front. I was sat there one night at the front with my lad, and this kid walked past with a Leicester shirt on.
Really?
And, yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I thought, you're going the wrong direction. I won't keep walking that way, mate, with that Leicester. And then Lucas said, well, maybe it's just that his parents are from Leicester and they've happened to move to Cov, so it's one of those. But I still thought, I wouldn't wear a Leicester shirt around here.
Was it only a young lad? Or was it?
Yeah, he was about 11. I took him on. I reckon I've had a chance. I just thought, but yeah. Right then, some more
comments.
Yes, David Gee, chip batches according to Miles.
Well, there were batches. Yeah, they're not rolls. They're not sandwiches. They were batches.
Hobbs, whatever. And Joiner, anyway, what you done with Miles? Locked him away in a dark room.
He's busy. I think Sunday's an awkward time for him because that's his downtime. He likes relaxing on a Sunday afternoon. I think because we come on a little bit early, probably disrupted his routine a little bit. But
he's had a beer, hasn't he? That's what it is. Let's
he's
get it
probably in the garden. Yeah, having a beer. That's what
he's doing. A Georgie Best. That's what he's doing. Mark Rainbow. They have to keep some seats back, otherwise there's no real cash flow through the season. Dave McGee, the atmosphere at CBS, Dylan's at the back. Antidote is just magic. We're a Premiership club in the making. Mark Rainbow, we have 3 new season ticket holders and we haven't been to many games the last couple of years. That's brilliant.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's great. I mean, it does benefit, getting a season ticket does benefit you, and it does work out a lot cheaper per game, and it gives you a lot more benefits, in the long run, doesn't it? Tickets and stuff like that.
Dave McGee, the gaps in stadium are the posh prawn cocktail West End needs sorting. It does. It doesn't look good, does it? I don't like that whole corporate thing where it's just empty.
Especially the top tier. Top tier. I mean, I think they're planning to sell that a little bit more because they've brought in a new corporate section, haven't they? I think a lot of the seats for that one are in the top tier. So they're going to try and get filled a little bit more than they have been, obviously. It's trouble is where our cameras are, it always going to be look bad, isn't it? Because it always goes on to the empty seats rather than the opposite side where the cameras are all full.
Well, they set the stall. Doing it more coming with glasses. They set the stall out with the price of the corporate tickets last season, and they can't come down now, can they? They're stuck at it, and I think maybe a gradual increase would have helped. But it is what it is now, isn't it? But hopefully they'll sell them.
Yeah, I mean, there was talk about moving the TV gantry to the opposite side. So the cameras, right, if you're on telly, for example, could be on the opposite.
Yeah.
Which would be better.
Colin Bramfield, my mate got a season ticket at Oxford, cost him £520 this year. Yeah, well, Sheffield Wednesday, over 700 quid in some areas there.
No, that's ridiculous. 700 quid for Sheffield
and
Wednesday.
they were on sale in March, way before they didn't know what division they were going to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
Cash for Cat, the last 3 times I've watched Sky Blue Fans TV, I've had to make chip butties.
No, well, I hope you enjoyed them.
Colin Bramfield, I don't understand the early bird price as all the season tickets are frozen. How's that work? Yeah, I think it's only because they're basically trying to get you to buy at a cheaper rate, but then after the prices, after the early bird, they go up, don't they? It's my ticket would be about 80 quid more, I think.
That's been extended, hasn't it, the early bird?
Yeah.
So when is it? First week in July, the 2nd or 3rd of July, something like that, I believe.
Yeah, it's they did the same last year, didn't they? I think. Yeah, it is ridiculous value. I'm paying £18 a match.
Well, you can't beat that, can you? I don't think. It can,
It's mad, isn't it?
yeah.
£18
Yeah.
an hour. Come on.
Yeah.
How can
And
anybody make that?
I know a lot of the fixtures will be moved for TV purposes and stuff like that. But even so, if you do miss a couple of games, it still works out good value, doesn't it?
Also, if anybody watching now, ignore those times that have been given out this week because they're just standard times.
Yeah.
They're the standard times if you're on, because all the games are going to be on Red Button. Sky Red Button, you see. So they're just standard kickoff times. It doesn't mean you're the live game. The main live game will be 8 p.m. So if we're playing somebody at 7:45 midweek and we become the actual main live game, we'll be on at 8 p.m.
Yeah, so all they'll do is just change the kickoff time, 15 minutes.
The ones you've got to watch are the Saturday matches currently. Those first 7 games, which so far are all Saturdays at home, the first 7 matches, that's 2 of those are going to change without a shadow of a doubt, I'd imagine.
I think
they'll either go to the Friday or the Sunday or early. so they'll change.
Yeah, I mean, we're at home last game this again. It's always nice to finish the season. We've got Middlesbrough again, haven't we? We seem to have them end of the season all the time lately. We played them away, didn't we, a couple of seasons ago?
They're just a boring club, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they look pretty promising under Michael Carrick when they first started last season for a bit. They had a good run together, and then they sort of tailed off a little bit, didn't they? But they haven't really spent a lot of money, do they? Or they don't tend to bring
even
enough
the old
players.
days. Apart from the time they had Ravanelli and Jorginho and
remember that they did.
The other fella, the other Brazilian. That's the only time they're exciting. Gazzago there for a bit as well.
Gascoigne was there. Yeah, that's right. Poor Gascoigne,
I mean, the old days, they just under Jack Charlton. For those who can remember, they were terrible. Just a big bunch of brutes they were. Anyway, moving on. Hi, chaps from Gibbo. Thoughts on some recent pictures of social media of the training ground and improvements? Well, the gates are magnificent, and I'm a bit disappointed it didn't come to my company for them. That's
they look fantastic. I've seen a picture, and I didn't realise they'd changed the gates until I've seen this picture on social media. And we'll try and get a picture up for you on the next show. We'll get a picture of it and we'll put it up. But they look lovely, don't they? The 2 badges on.
Well, I mean, the idea is to give the impression we are worthy of a Premier League place. Everything's got to be right. Everything's got to look the part. And
when most players that sign or come to sign go to the training ground, don't they?
Exactly.
Initially. And even inside the training ground, it's got a lot of the pitches have been obviously spent a lot of money doing up the facilities and the grass, and they've got some nice signage up as well now, which is great.
We're only 2 minutes away. Did they announce a bit like league football? They announced the lineup an hour before.
I'm not sure what they do. Remember, they're an hour ahead over there, aren't they?
We're still an hour before kickoff.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm not sure what the rules are.
You know how this works with the time and that, don't you, Ken? I'm a bit worried now.
No, I know what it works, but I don't know what the regulations are for them releasing team news. I'm not sure.
We'll see. Let me have a look. I'll just have a quick look. There's nothing yet, I don't think.
It normally gets leaked, doesn't it? Somebody gets hold of it and leaks it somewhere.
All right, here we go then. Was this it? Yeah, I think this is it. England 11.
Oh, you got a team. Go on.
I think so, yeah. There we go. Pickford, Walker, Stones, Gay, Trippier, Mainu, Rice, Bellingham, Saka, Kane, Foden.
So how many changes is that then? Just one, Mainu?
Yeah, it's just brought Mainu in for Gallagher. There you go. Conservative Southgate.
Very nice.
He will never change. He will never change. Oh.
So he's playing Foden, even though Foden's only just got back in the country again after leaving and coming back. I thought he might have rested Foden.
I mean, they've got it down as a 4-3-3 here with Trippier, Walker, the fullbacks, Stones and Gay, Mainu, Rice and Bellingham on the left.
Yeah.
Saka on the right, Kane, and Foden on the left further forward.
Well, trouble is, he's got that team. Is he going to, if it's not going right, how long is he going to take before he changes? makes changes. That's the problem.
He just will not. That's the way he is. That's the way he is. It's
Well, it's frustrating because there's definitely more players there that deserve a start.
It's just it's frustrating, isn't it? Colin Bramfield, I got a Premier season ticket again this season. Only cost me $21.70 a game.
That's a bargain, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's brilliant. And it will cost you nothing if we get promoted next season. Do you know when the new kits are out, guys? No.
No, anytime now. I've heard a rumor about the sponsorship situation. What I've heard, I'll tell you what I've heard, whether it's true or not. That the original sponsor, which is Monza, was it pulled out? Was it Monza or Eon?
Apparently.
Eon, one of them. Anyway, they've pulled out, or something's happened. They've now offered it to, this is what I'm hearing,
somebody else.
Coventry Building Society as a front sponsor rather than the back. And they're waiting for them to come back to them with a decision. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I mean, that's what I'm hearing. There is a delay, obviously. They should have been out by now. Similar to what it was last year, isn't it?
Yeah, I put the question out on social media, and you thought I'd said we need to kill the king. Because it's like, I'm just asking a question. Has anybody heard anything? Yeah, it's just a reasonable question. What's going on?
Well, he did say, last year, this won't happen again, and kits will be out in time. Even if they show us, we haven't even seen a picture of the kit, have we? So
no. And to be honest, I don't care about the sponsor, if you have one or not. Because unless you get a sponsorship deal, that's 5 years, and they're going to give you 25 million for the 5-year deal. Yeah, that's what we want. You want at least a 5-year deal where you've got somebody big on the front of your shirt, and it's worth having that sponsor.
Yeah. So we just have to watch this space regarding the kit, and then we haven't even seen a picture of the kit yet, even though they're still debating about what sponsor goes on the front. There's normally by now we've seen pictures of them, even though we haven't seen them in production. So if you hope to get one to go on holiday, then it looks like you're going to be a little bit unlucky, unless they come out in the next week or so. But they're starting to play friendlies, so we will see them. They've got to play in the new kit in the friendlies, haven't they? So the friendlies will be starting soon.
Yeah. Ascot 87 starting to look like a proper club. This is Dave McGee. Training ground improvements needed to attract new players. Doug King rules. Going back to England with Dave McGee. Apparently, hypnotherapists believe Southgate can hypnotise the other team with boredom. Cash for Cat. We are getting promoted this year.
Yes, Cash for Cat. We are.
Paul Cutterford, forget the kit. Get some players in.
You're right there. Yeah, we're more interested in the players at the moment than kit, I suppose.
We just need a kit out. Forget the sponsor. So Forest did that, didn't they? They released a kit with no sponsor. They eventually got a sponsor.
Because they said they didn't get the right deal on the table, so they just bought the kit out without any sponsor on, and that was their first season back in the Premier League, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I shouldn't be too bothered.
No.
Right. Hopefully,
next couple of weeks we'll get all that. We'll get all that ironed out, and we'll see pictures of the kit, which should be exciting. And hopefully, we'll do a live. We're hoping to go down there live when the kit will launch as well. So those that can't make it down there, we'll hope to have a live show down there. All going well, whenever that day may be in the future. So that's it. So we've run out. It's about it, Claudio.
Before we go though, Spain, Georgia. What do you think? Quick prediction.
I think Spain will win comfortably, 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
I'm going for 1-1 and penalties.
Really? Is it Georgia? No.
Yeah, I think Spain should score a couple.
I mean, Georgia won. Fair play to Georgia. They did win, but I mean, it was a second string Portugal side, wasn't it?
Well, if they get through, I'll just put some little symbols and the white bits in this flag and become a Georgia fan.
Yeah, you could easily do that. Yeah, but no, I think Spain look good so far this in the tournament. So I think they'll win comfortably. Yeah, no problem there. So, but England haven't got to play them until they get to the final, hopefully. So we'll worry about them when they get there. But yeah, so there we go. Get ready for kickoff. About an hour's time. Not only just one change in the team. We've just announced one team, one change in the team. So Same old Southgate. Let's hope he uses subs. Let's hope he uses substitutes when he needs to, and a bit earlier in the game if he has to. If it's not going our way, but hopefully we can get a few goals tonight as well. So I'm looking for a 3-1 win. I'm predicting 3-1, but I haven't been right so far with any of my predictions. So I don't think any of us has. So who knows? That's it then. We'll be back. Have you got a podcast show on Thursday, Claudio?
No, Jim's away still, so we're not doing anything. We've had a 2-week break.
Okay, we'll be back next Sunday. Live show, normal time, because the England game, if they get through, I think it's on a Friday next, isn't it? Friday or Saturday next round, I believe. I believe. Anyway, but we'll confirm that. And we'll confirm that on social media.
What's in here out now, so you know.
We'll have a show. We'll have a show for you anyway next Sunday. So until then, it's good luck, England, and play up Sky Blues. Good night.
Yeah, play up Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.